Call of Duty World at War is a one-of-a-kind game. When we think back on the narratives that the series pushed throughout its 20-year life cycle, World at War stands out, not because of the flashy set pieces, or the heroics, or the super soldier aspect that we've come to know Call of Duty for, but because of the horror and grit that World at War used in its narrative, storytelling, and art direction. World at War brings a raw feeling of, I guess, dread with the way that this game was directed and built through things such as its narrative, the level direction, color coding, and just like the raw, unfiltered violence. Treyarch built something heavier than the average Call of Duty game. World at War was probably meant to make you feel the weight of war instead of the thrill that we've come to know through Call of Duty. Yes, it does have some super soldier aspects, but the game constantly gives you a reminder of your mortality, even just in one level. While these tones exist in the multiplayer, they truly shine in the single-player campaign, where it tries to make the horror of the game feel more personal. This monologue's going on way too far. I felt like I was writing in a good way, but it's true. World at War does not make light of anything in war. World at War does a lot to show you the true cost of war. I just wanted to show off World at War this Halloween. It's not necessarily horror in like the average aspect where it's like, oh boo, we got poltergeists and jump scares, but more in a raw, unfiltered tone that Treyarch went for whenever they were making this game. Even on the main menu with this music and imagery, everything's grayscale. It's as dark as could be. The music, minor scale, everything just comes together to paint the picture of what World War II was as a whole for humanity. I just want to jump right in, show off the first level or two, because I feel like they paint the picture that I'm trying to portray. Even the intro cinematic for this game does a lot of imagery that can carry throughout. As you can see, all we did was hit new game, and the game is immediately punching you with real-life footage of executions that were carried out during World War II, which is pretty heavy. I don't know how YouTube's gonna agree with that, but it is something I feel should at least be acknowledged in the video to show how deeply rooted the dark horror-based narrative that Treyarch went for in this game is to the identity of this game. World at War doesn't only show the human cost, but this also kind of shows the cost in general of what it took to overcome a dark time in humanity's history. It truly is a one-of-a-kind in the Call of Duty series. We've never had anything like this, and I feel like this is something that we need to highlight as some type of thing that needs to return to the series. And this is the first mission.
Don't
tell him a fucking thing. Go to hell.
Miller, you're okay. Thank God. We're gonna make them pay for what they've done.
Even just this beginning set piece, this game introduces you to what it wants you to feel instantly, which I think is a very powerful thing that Treyarch did when writing this that's kind of fallen off throughout the years. This guy literally gets executed in front of you, and you, the player, are targeted next. And of course, you do get saved from that happening to you. It's just a reminder that there is a mortality aspect to this game. They try to push the entire time that you're not safe. In real life conflict, it's not like, oh, I'm the main character of my life, I will survive. You very well could be dead, and that's what this game tries to give you a lot. Of course, I'm not like, you generally aren't going to die most of the time in this game if you know how to play it. That doesn't mean that the game doesn't try to remind you through the way that, oh my god, I'm actually about to die because I got stuck. The way that this game leads you through set pieces does basically the same thing in the narrative. You'll see. Like up here, this is our own guy being attacked. I wasn't really there. It does that often. It tries to remind you that there is failure. The game also has a lot of gore in it. This is only really blood, but if you've played World at War, you know what I mean. You can dismember people in this game with explosives. Can't really find any examples of it around.
What the hell is this?
Check it out.
Looks like a temple or some shit.
Once again, another thing that the game does throughout the levels, it hits you with these ambushes. Were things that happened in World War II. The Japanese did set surprise ambushes, which is an interesting piece of history, but it also helps paint the scare factor, because even in points of silence and inactivity within the game, you're never sure what's going to happen. You're not sure if something is going to break out.
What the hell?
Who took these guys out?
Radio command. Find out if another unit came in ahead of us. Ambush! Boom! Boom!
Here's another one. A flare pops, and all the people that your side believes is dead is not. They spring up and start beating the shit out of you. The art direction of this scene actually kind of sticks out a lot due to that flare popping. It kind of contrasts the darkness of nothing happening to suddenly everything's lit up and hell is breaking loose. Even something as little as the visual art style of the contrast of light to dark shows how quickly things can change, and it does that through literally just color grading. Even whenever the game is not actively trying to do something, which it was actively trying to do something there, the way that this game is colored can provide a horror aspect. This level is dark, obviously it's fucking night. This motif of darkness, no saturation, really follows through the whole game. Even in the bright sections, you don't get like a good saturated color, you just get a dullness. It's just some scary shit. I guess that's how I'll put it. I know I started this video kind of like I was doing a video documentary, and it's not really that. I just wanted to put my thoughts out there. Alright. I literally just got fucking hurt in an ambush. Other Call of Duty games would have been playing rock music, that wouldn't have happened. You get hurt in this shit. That is another thing where the game tries to make you feel like you are not the super soldier that modern Call of Duties, and even Call of Duty games that came real quick after this, tries to make you feel. The first level kind of already tackles everything that I did want to show in relation to its dark grit. Boom. Your whole platoon is dying around you. The gore system in this game is real. Like, that guy's head fucking popped. Everything that is in this game adds, there is a mortality aspect to this. It's not just some super soldier game. And I know I keep nailing that in. I might have not really thought this through before I go on. I didn't think through all my points. But it is a heavy point that needs to be brought up when talking about this game. And even though I'm trying to be serious right now, there's something, I want to do an Easter egg. So let's do the ray gun Easter egg.
Stay down! What do we do?
Ready?
So you jump in this puddle, and jump in this one, and then you jump in this bitch. Boom. Alright. Sick. So now you have the ray gun in single player. Maybe all my talk about, oh, this game tries to make you feel human. Maybe I kind of invalidated it showing this Easter egg, but it is a fun Easter egg to show off. Like, if you oh, wow, what? Okay, well, I don't exactly know why the ray gun is an Easter egg on this map. It's pretty cool, though. Uh-oh. Alright, thankfully that guy is blind, so I was able to just lay the fuck down. Here they got us fighting in the trenches, which was a very heavy tactic used in older war. Very gruesome having to fight in trenches because it kind of funnels everything. We're getting attacked in an ambush again. And this game in the single player actually has you fight. Dude, there's another fucking ambush. Oh my god. That one actually did get me. I did not know that was there. I don't know much about insensitivities against Japanese people, but I feel like nowadays having every time a Japanese character run, they go, bonsai! I feel like that's not really acceptable nowadays. I don't actually know. I do have a Japanese friend. I should ask him, but he's probably gonna have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Here we are. We're hunkered down. they got tanks and shit outside, the game switches it up on you because you go from the attack to the defense. But in real life, in like a wartime situation like this, something like this is a very dire situation to be in. Being able to just be swarmed. Thankfully, we do have the mortars that can rain down. I don't think the ray gun can really do anything about those. I think this is the end.
What now, Sarge?
Shoot, Pulaski.
Sullivan, no! Hold on! You're gonna be okay! Gorman!
That's basically the first couple levels of World of War. The first level kind of encapsulates the horror of war the most, I think. This level that I'm loading into right now does. I gotta cut off the video because I've been playing a lot. This game really does a lot of carrying with its narrative that makes it stick out from other Call of Duty games. And I wish that we could come back to this kind of grounded, kind of scary feeling that World of War had, because it gave this game so much character that even to this day, whenever old heads think about Call of Duty and like the stories and campaign, this pops up and people are like, yeah, this is a highlight. MW2 and Call of Duty 4 are highlights, but those are highlights kind of for the campaign because they do have decent campaigns. But they're mainly for the multiplayer, because the multiplayer is great. But I feel like World of War shines even just a little bit over those games with the narrative, direction, art, everything that this game did to kind of encapsulate World War II is not just some super soldiers fighting the bad guys, but like a real conflict with uncertainties and human cost behind it. And I think that's what makes Call of Duty World of War so great. So thank you for watching. I hope this shit's been cohesive because it's been quite a while since I recorded. But peace out. Thank you.